Hey old soul, just over a year ago I sold everything I owned and moved to the land of Bali with my ex-husband and 3 kids. Now I live my dream life, traveling first class around the world, teaching others how to do the same. If you are ready for a life that is so abundant and free, where money flows like air so effortlessly that you don't even care because you are simply focusing on you and allowing everything to be true, then you are exactly where you need to be. Let me teach you how to be wildly abundant and insanely free. Good morning, good morning. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. Heaven is a place on earth. I'm living it, experiencing it, relishing in it. Oh, delicious. So, if it feels like you desire to go to the next level, but you have to work hard, I'm just gonna make sure you guys can hear me. I'm gonna take my... Hey, beautiful soul, how are you? Hey, Emma. Aloha. We work hard because it's a program. This is just such a massive elephant in the room. And as a human design projector, this was one of the hardest things for me to see. And it honestly caused me a lot of internal pain, a lot of aggravation, and a lot of hurt in my psyche because I just couldn't quite understand. I couldn't quite understand how to get from this place to stop hustling, to receive and to flow, to really come back and allow and allow and allow. Hey, Leah, how are you, beautiful lady? So, we think we have to hustle harder because it's a program. Think about school. Think about the stress of exams, of assignments, of having to turn up every day. Without us even realizing it, we were conditioned to turn up every single day. We've got to turn up. We've got to be consistent. We've got to do all the things. We were never actually taught, if you're just at the right place in the right time, in the right moment, and you've prepared for that moment, everything will just fall into your lap really, 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 really beautifully. We've been conditioned that you must go to school every single day. You turn up, you do the same things every single day. That's how you make money. That's how you get paid. If you don't turn up to your job every single day, minus maybe 3 or 5 sick days a year, you don't get paid. You're almost like the animal with the carrot in front of it. So then when we start a business, we have a very intense model, which is the employee model, which is I have to turn up to make money. So when we require more money, most of our belief blueprint is I need to work harder to make more money. But when we really start pulling this apart, what actually happens is that we realize that if we're looking at any corporation, so look at a hotel. Who works the hardest in the hotel? I would say the cleaners work the hardest in the hotel. They are there every day. They are moving beds. They are pushing things. They're taking things to the laundry. They're cleaning. They're moving very, very, very quickly to do a fast turnaround. They are getting paid the least. They are getting paid the least out of it, anyone. So what we have to understand, especially as women, is that we need to learn how to be more in flow, in the receptive mode. When we come back to truth, when we come back to peace, when we come back to all that we are, we realize that the universe doesn't have conditions, we create the conditions. The universe doesn't say you must work hard if you desire this money. You must be this version of yourself to have all the things that you desire. It's ask and you will receive and remove every block in the way. Ask and you receive, and you need to remove every single block in the way. That's really as simple as it is. When you desire something, the only reason it hasn't come is because you have limiting beliefs that are blocking the flow of that coming to you. Now, I would argue that one of the main limiting beliefs that most people have, a lot of my clients have this, is that they're terrified of the success. They're terrified of being seen more. They're terrified of more work. They're terrified of what they think will come when all that money comes. More responsibility, more things, more this, more that. Now, The reason that we work really, 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 really hard is because of programming, because of conditioning, because there's not a lot of people out there going, you can work 1 hour a month and make multiple 6 figures in your business. You can absolutely do this. I have friends here in Bali that don't even work on businesses that are making them millions and millions of dollars every 6 months. They don't do anything. The business just keeps paying them again and again and again. So this is true. You can work very, very, very little to make more, but you have to change your subconscious blueprint. You have to change the way that you look at the world. You have to go, you know what? I'm not available to work hard anymore. And so this is what I actually do with my clients. I take them from all of these strategies, all the things that you know, because you're good at the strategy. You're amazing at the strategy. You have aced the strategy. Congratulations. You're phenomenal at it. You're really, 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 really good at it. But because you haven't aced the energy game, it's exhausting. It's almost like the fly against the glass that just keeps hitting it because the same strategy keeps getting you the same results, which is the same reality, and it's again and again and again and again and again. Doing more strategy is just going to hit the glass harder and harder and harder, and you're going to get burnt out and it's going to hurt. The only way you can get a new reality is through changing your energy. It's through changing your energetic signature. And so the fly no longer hits the glass. It flies up because it raises its consciousness and it expands its capacity to see more, to see outside the glass, to get outside the glass and go, oh my goodness, this world is limitless. There are so many limitless possibilities in this world, and I just cannot even believe that this is my life right now. We do that through changing our energy. Then once we get to this level, and it's a little bit like when you're the fly in the glass, you're at level 1, you're in a 100-story building, you're on level 1, you're trapped. You look outside, it's a concrete jungle. You go into the elevator, you raise your consciousness, you change your energy, change your energy, change your energy. You get to level 100. The world is so different. You all of a sudden see everything. You see the sky, you see the trees, you see everything because you're above all of it. The things on the bottom floor no longer make you feel contracted and constricted because your life is completely different. Notice this. You're still in the same spot. You're still in the exact same spot, but you've raised your consciousness, so all of a sudden the world looks completely different. Now, if we're looking at, now you've all had this experience where you maybe go to buy a car or you go to buy a house or you want to buy a certain dog or a cat or something, and then all of a sudden you start to see it everywhere. It just starts appearing everywhere. You're like, oh my gosh, that car's there. Oh my gosh, that type of house is there. That handbag I want to buy is there. It starts popping up all over the place. Those things have always been there in front of you. It's a little bit like, you guys remember those Where's Wally books where you open up the book and you're like, where's Wally? And there's like a million different characters and you're looking for Wally. Because you're focusing on looking for Wally, you find him. You find him in all the myths, in all the chaos. Everything that you desire is right here, right now. The $1 million, the amazing clients, they're all right here, right now. But you have to tweak your energetic signature to hone in and see it. And you can only hone in and see it when you become it. You cannot see anything that you think is outside of you. There has to be some sort of resonance with the things that you desire and you to attract it. And so when you're looking for a car because you're excited to buy it, it just comes up because there's no resistance. You don't have any resistance to it. You're just like, oh my gosh, I desire that. Let's play. Let's look. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. It's just showing up. This is so fun. And you get to play in this reality. So did you notice to get from level 1 to level 100, all you did was push a button in the elevator and you went up to the 100th floor? You didn't work harder. You didn't try to hustle more. You just decided to go up to the 100th floor. You just decided in that moment that you were going to go up to floor 100. It was just a decision. And that's what you're doing every single day. You're making decisions. But every single decision is changing your reality. So for most people, going to the elevator, pressing the up button and going to level 100 is going to be the hardest decision they ever make. And as we're looking at this metaphor for life, we're going, oh, that's really easy, as if you couldn't press a button to go up to level 100. But here's the thing, pressing the button to go up to level 100 could be many decisions. It could be something like, I need to go and do the plant medicine journey that I keep putting off. I could go to one of Eva's Bali retreats that I've had on my bucket list for 10 years, but I keep putting off. Maybe I need to go work with that coach. Maybe I need to change countries. Maybe I need to get out of this relationship or change what I'm doing or join the gym. There's going to be all these decisions, and every single decision is you pressing the button to change your consciousness. But what happens in that decision where you're on level 1, you need to go to level 100 because that's where your soul's calling you to find your new reality and step away from the hustle and the bustle and all of your old thinking patterns, because your brain doesn't want it to be easy. Your brain's terrified for it to be easy for you. You have to realize this. Your brain does not want you to experience heaven on earth. When you spend your whole life thinking you have to work hard to make the money, and that belief has to die, that's death. Your brain doesn't want any part of you to die. Your brain is going to fight you for your identity. And so that decision, where it just seems as simple, looking on the outside, as walking up to the elevator and pressing a button, that decision to your brain means life or death. So your brain is going to hold you hostage. It's going to come up with every single excuse not to press the button. It's going to go, oh my gosh, you don't have the MONEY, you can't AFFORD it. Who do you think you are? You're not the type of person that joins a gym. It is going to throw everything at you. And this is where most people fail, because most people cannot realize that the highest possible timeline requires them to get over all of this bullshit from the mind that is your old identity dying, and get into the limitless version of you that is the soul. Exactly, Emma. You have to get out of survival mode. Always get out of survival mode. Fear is not going to serve you. When you are most terrified, that's when you jump. When it's terrifying, you jump in. When it feels like you shouldn't be doing it, jump in. And I'm going to rephrase that, and please be mindful of this. If it feels like you're not meant to be doing it, and it's almost like there's a serial killer here, and it's like this gut instinct, like this sixth sense, don't do it. But when you can tell it's the mind, and it's almost this like, oh my gosh, your mind starts going to war against itself, and it's like, just jump. How many more years are you going to do this? How many more lifetimes are you going to do this? How many more lifetimes are you going to have to repeat the same lesson because you cannot see that you are far more powerful than your mind? Yes, always be led by your heart. And it's like this, I know I'm really meant to do this, but I'm terrified. And I just know I'm meant to be there, but I'm terrified, and that's okay. And you're going to sit there and you're going to hug your little inner child, and you're going to love her and love him more than you ever have. And you're going to go, we're going to do this, and it's going to work, and we're going to move in, and it's going to be spectacular. Nothing's going to stop me anymore because I desire to be on that 100th floor, and I deserve to be there. And it's going to work out for me because everything works out for me. And every time I spend money, it comes back 10 times over. And every time I do anything, it works out for me. And I'm always supported, and I am always guided, and I trust the journey, and I trust the path, and I trust my highest timeline. And anything that I think isn't going my way is incorrect, because everything is going my way. Everything is working out. If it's not today, it's tomorrow. And if it's not the way I desire it, it is my contrast, so I can lean into my edges, so I can projectile launch forward. Everything in this reality is working for you. If you think it's not working, that is just your mind clinging for dear life to its old identity. You step in, you jump in, you allow, you flow, you move, you ride the waves, and you don't get caught into old programs. It's not working if you think you have to work harder to get it. That is a limitation. That is a limited belief. The journey really is working less to make more. The only thing that you are going to wish you had more of in your final days is more time. So how can you optimize this life? And this is so big. What if there were no rules, if money was always there, if you could have everything you desire and more, unapologetically, what would you truly desire? No one ever asks this. No one ever goes what do you want? Do you actually want to turn up that many times in your business? Does that feel good for you or not? Would you rather travel the world and do a live for 5 minutes once a year and make $1 million? Like, what feels aligned for you? What feels aligned for you? Literally going through the biggest change in my business right now because I'm like, I loved this year. It was amazing, but there's so much stuff that is no longer aligned for me because I've been changing so much and I've been constantly working with new frequencies to change my energetic signature. So I'm not the same version of myself. Therefore, my business has to reflect how much I've changed. And next year, I desire to do more traveling. So my business has to change so that I can do more traveling, so that I can do what really makes me feel lit up. Because when my cup is overflowing and I feel so in tune and so in sync, I can serve more people. I can be all that I desire all the time, and I can truly live a life beyond my wildest dreams. And the thing that really I find really hard to preach, because a lot of people reject this notion, is that it can get so good you don't know what hit you. You can wake up every single day and go, God, angel, source, universe, show me how good this can be. It can be so easy and so effortless that you don't even realize how good you've got it. It doesn't mean there aren't contractions, but it means you get excited for the contractions and you're just in awe of how beautiful life is, and you are just in the receptive mode of 24/7 miracles, and it just keeps getting better and better and better and better, and it's like a child at Christmas time. And for so many of us, our mind cannot comprehend or even fathom this concept that it can get so good that you don't know what hit you, that it can be that great, that you can wake up and work with your dream clients and you can make more money than you know what to do with, and you can go and live this beautiful life. Oh my gosh. Your brain doesn't want that because it's had to have it so hard most of its life, and it's not used to it being easy. So every time it gets so easy, it pulls you back. You sabotage. Every time money starts to flow like crazy, you sabotage. And so that's the work that I do. I get you beyond the sabotaging, not through a million more affirmations, not through all these things, through shifting your energy. Because when we shift your energy, you're at a higher vibration, and guess what happens? You're on the 100th floor and you look down and you're like, I don't even need to go down there anymore. I don't even need to go back there to sit in conversations with toxic people or drink my life away or do drugs or all those things that you used to once do, because you're so far removed from it, and life is so good that you don't need those things to fill you up because your cup is overflowing. As soon as I cleaned all of the toxicity out of my life and healed all of this trauma, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even need to try to stop drinking. I just don't feel like drinking anymore because my life is so good. I get a feeling from life that makes me so high that I don't even need alcohol or drugs to sustain me. And that's what this is. It's about getting you so high off the fumes of life that you're just like, I'm not even attracting toxic people anymore because my vibration is so freaking high. I'm not even close to them. Interesting. Fascinating. I'm in a bubble with people that I love, and I don't even know how I got here, but it's just because I spent all this time focusing on my energy, focusing on my frequency, focusing on how I could keep channeling higher frequencies so that I could start to magnetize my dream life. And the truth is, when you get to this place where gratitude is your natural dominant frequency, where joy and bliss, and do you know what, today I have a bit of a cold, I have my period, I'm exhausted, but I am flowing and I am shining and I am glowing and I am just so freaking blessed, and I am so honored because right now in this moment, I live my dream life. I live a life beyond my wildest dreams, and the most beautiful thing about this life is I don't even have my dream partner yet. I don't even have my dream home. It's barely even just begun, and I am living in a freaking incredible mansion. I love my house so much. I love you, Delilah, but I'm barely even getting started. And when you can start to activate these higher frequencies, and I've done this through Kundalini Awakening, so if you do feel the call to book a session, definitely do. I will pop the link below. It's only $55. I will be honest and say the price is definitely going up probably in the next month or 2 months because it requires a lot of energy for me to channel this frequency. But this frequency's changed my life because what happens is I channel this life force energy frequency. I create a biofield. Through me creating a biofield of this energy, your body naturally attunes like a tuning fork, like in music. And because the frequency is so high, all of the disturbances in your body, any old trauma, any blockages around money, finances, partners, it will come out of you in very interesting ways. Some people scream, some people howl, some people cry, some people go astral traveling, some people go to past life experiences. It's potent and it's powerful and it's natural. So if you do feel the call, definitely book below, but please use discernment, because it is very life-changing. If you haven't done inner work for a while, you might find it quite confronting to do something like this. So please, I would never force anyone to do anything that they're not ready for. My biggest thing, and I always say this, you've always heard me say this, is that I never want to take someone up to the clouds and then drop them right down. I really truly believe in the integration and the importance of integration. So you can go up to these frequencies and then you're integrating. So you're not dropping all the way back down to level 1. You're staying on level 100, and maybe you're playing in the realms of level 88 to 100 to integrate. So by doing something like this, or working with me, or joining one of my programs, what often happens is you do come into a much higher frequency, and then you are naturally going to drop back a little bit because your body hasn't fully calibrated to this frequency. I'm introducing you. It's almost like I'm like, hey, here, taste the cake of a better life. It's delicious. It's so yummy. And then you have to go back into your body, your human vessel, and then you've got to learn the recipe yourself. And so I help you and guide you as you're integrating. So I'm not like, here you go, do the thing, fall back to level 1. I'm on my merry way. I'm like, no. You're a leader. You came here for a life beyond your wildest dreams. You came here to serve so many people. I'm going to hold you to the highest frequency that you can possibly activate. We're going to activate this frequency, and then I'm going to guide you through the inner work so you can start doing this. And I can tell you, when you start working with life force energy, when you start to do my programs and sit in my frequency, you find that making the little decisions that your soul whispers to you, your soul might be like, hey, we don't hang out with those people anymore, or we're no longer going to go to that networking event anymore, or we're no longer going to eat that food anymore, or we're going to drink a different kind of water, or we're going to do this in our business. When you start to get those cosmic whispers, which do get louder, by the way, when you start to work with higher frequencies, you're not going to do what you've usually done in the past, which is not make the decision to do it straight away, because you're going to come at it as the version of you that's making the $1 million a month, as the version of you that knows that they were made for more. You're not even going to babble with it. It's just like, no, we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. We are a high value woman or a high value man. We don't make those shitty decisions anymore. We're not available for that. When our soul speaks, we move. When our highest possible self speaks, we move, we integrate, and we keep getting level 100, level 200, level 300. We're not going to come into something like a Kundalini activation or into one of Eva's programs, activate the highest possible timeline and fall back down. You're not going to do that anymore because you're not available for that anymore. You're not going to be investing money and then not making it back anymore because your frequency is too high. It's too elevated. Money has to raise to this frequency as well. You can't when you're on a frequency like this. But if you are not integrating, so if you are not ready to even come to this frequency, you will come and do something like this, and then you'll go get drunk the next day and forget about it. And then you'll fall back to level 1 and you'll go, why didn't it work? And it's like, yes, because you weren't ready for it, because you did it out of lack. And I'll explain this. So if you're looking at this and you're like, my life sucks, I need some help, I'm desperate, let me do this because I need help, and you're not doing the inner work every single day, it's not going to work for you. But if you're someone that's like, you know what, I know I'm a leader. I know I came to this planet for so much more. I know that there is a mission that is beyond anything that I can see, and I'm ready to activate it, and I'm ready to lean in, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes. Then you will start to get the shifts, because when you get the whispers, you're going to do the little difficult things. And the difficult things are really hard when you're on level 1, but when you're on level 100, they're not hard. They're not hard. If someone's like, Eva, don't drink coffee, I'm like, I'm so fine, I don't need to drink coffee anymore. Or Eva, don't talk to this person, I'm so fine. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm talking about my higher self speaking to me, but I'm like, cool. There might be a few niggly bits. I'm so good at cleaning my energy right now. Like, if I have beliefs coming in that are not aligned and they're not for my highest good, I literally just pull them out of my field and I throw them back. I'm not available for them. I'm not available for anything that I was not put on this earth for. I'm not available for my shadow timeline anymore. I'm not available available for a life above and beyond my wildest dreams. I'm not available for people that are going to pull my frequency down. I'm not available for clients that are not going to make me feel inspired in the work that I do. I'm not available for anyone that's an energy vacuum, because I know how potent my frequency is. I know that I change people's lives. I know that strangers will literally have a 10-minute chat with me at a coffee shop, and then they'll message me on Instagram later going, oh my gosh, you changed my whole life from that 10 minutes. And I'm like, I know. Hey Karen, how are you, beautiful soul? I'm like, I know, because I do the inner work every single day. I woke up this morning with a little bit of a cold. I don't rush to the chemist and get pseudoephedrine. I don't, because I have to keep my energy clean so I can channel, so I can be all of me, so I can help and serve and give guidance and really help elevate people to their highest possible timeline. And so when I'm doing this much inner work every single day, first and foremost, I'm not resonating with people in low vibrations. I don't meet people that are in low vibrations because they can't even seem to get close to me. And if they do and they've come from a wound, I'm able to let go of it really, really, really quickly and easily, because my frequency's clean, because I only put high vibrational things into my body. And when you start to get to this level where the most important thing that you have is your energy and your frequency and your currency, you will have nothing that's more important to you than your energy. And when people always say to me, why do you put so much energy into your health? I say, because if you're not looking after your health, there's no point in any of it. Your health is the most important thing, because you can't make money if you're dead. So why would you not invest into your health? Your health is the most important thing. If you can't get a healthy foundation, if you're finding yourself smoking, drinking, being around toxic people, and I'm not judging you at all, because I've fully lived that life for more years than I've been clean, I can tell you that right now. But I'm saying that all of the money, all the abundance, all the clients, all the blessings came when I started to create a foundation of health. Health is wealth. I'm 35 years old. I have 3 kids. I'm not saying this out of ignorance or arrogance or anything like that, but my skin glows. I look young. I look youthful. I have vitality. I take care of my vehicle. I love myself more than you could possibly imagine. I put expensive lotions on my skin every day. I take care of my hair, my body, my nails. Like, I love myself so much. I am a gold mine. I am the most valuable resource I have. I am an energy magnet. I truly and utterly care about who I am, and I love myself so much. And that's the only way that I can love my clients, my kids, my friendships. The only way that you truly can give is when you have more to give. My cup is overflowing because I give to myself. If I turned up here and I had a hunchback and I was a Quasimodo and I was morbidly obese and I had pimples all over my face, and I'm not judging at all, but I wouldn't be practicing what I'm preaching, and I wouldn't be in integrity with myself. To live a life beyond your wildest dreams doesn't mean just having money. To activate wealth consciousness is everything. It is your health. It is your wealth. It is your skin. It is your nails. It is everything about you. You have to love yourself and fill yourself up. You are the most expensive vehicle there is. You are a Ferrari. Look after yourself like a Ferrari. Love every part of your body. If there's parts of your body that you do not love, you stare at them in the mirror and you send them love, because if there's parts of your body that you do not love, you're judging those parts in other people, and that's coming back to you more and more and more. When you love yourself, you will not judge others. Therefore, you will not block your blessings, because if you are judging other people, you are blocking your blessings, and the universe wants you to be a clean, potent magnet. And the only job that you have in this life is keeping your energy clean. The hard work is not hustling, it's not pushing, it's not grinding. It's, how do I keep my energy clean? How do I look after myself? If you're feeling icky, go and have a shower and allow it to wash all that old energy away from you. If you're feeling not a vibe, really allow yourself to just get onto the grass and ground. Look after yourself, look after your energy. Your energy is your wealth. Wealth consciousness will activate when you start to take care of your health, when you start to love yourself more than anything. And this is what happens, because when you're taking care of yourself, you love yourself. And guess what? When you love yourself, that is optimum health, which is wealth. Google the definition of wealth. It is well-being. Therefore, when you love yourself and you fill yourself up, you are an overflowing cup. Therefore, the universe matches and mirrors who you are, and the universe will show you nothing but 24/7 miracles overflowing. And you just go, of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course, why would I not receive 24/7 miracles, overflowing things? Like, of course, of course, of course. You don't even look at it like you're shocked anymore. It's like, of course they'd want to work with me. Of course they'd come into my reality. Of course I'm capable of this. Of course I would attract that. Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course, because I am the most powerful person in my reality. And when I say it's done, it is done. When I say it is mine, it is mine. When I say it is coming, it is coming. I don't need to doubt it. I'm not in the wounded feminine energy that doubts or manipulates or goes, oh my gosh, where is it? It's not coming, yuck. No, it just comes. It comes because you are that powerful, because you are that magnetic, because you came here to end ancestral trauma, ancestral wounds, and right now you get to claim all your power back, step back in it, know that it's done, receive, 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 receive in all of its entirety, and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is 12:12 here. It's 66%. It's a perfect time to just leave you all to soak in this beautiful frequency, in the beautiful frequency of abundance, wealth consciousness. Count your blessings. Count them, because you have so many more blessings than you ever could even imagine. And if you're not seeing them, you're missing out on how blessed you are and how abundant you are. I pray to God that you wake up today truly, and we just peel it off. Oh, wow, that was heavy. Peel away all of the parts of you that are blocking seeing how powerful and how abundant you truly are. Because you deserve the world more, and you came here for a huge freaking trajectory. Your trajectory is massive, and you know it. You absolutely know it. But you're not going to be able to receive and download the trajectory in this lifetime if you keep playing as small as you've been playing, and you keep playing small because you aren't opening your eyes to see how much abundance is all around you. You are the most abundant thing in this entire universe. I pray to God you wake up to that today. Receive it. It's done. I love you. I see you. If you feel the call to come and book in a Kundalini activation session, definitely book in below this month before the prices go up. I love you so much. And this world is ready for you. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, where there are just more blessings, more abundance, more overflow. Your soul has chosen to be here at this time so that people can find you right now to lead them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I see you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.